Matt Cheatram. I'm a real estate agent in Central Ohio. I sell the land, and along with some good buddies, we hunt the land. This is Man Hunts Land.
December was finally here. It was time to leave the Whitetail Woods and head west to elk country. 3 days, 5 states, and 1,500 miles is all that stood between us and our first late season cow elk hunt. Putting on those kinds of miles in 2 days can be tough, but driving through the flyover states reminds us of all the hard work that goes into traditional agriculture.
All right, we're in Topeka, Kansas, and about 12 hour drive yesterday. We got 12 hours ahead of us, and we're headed to Craig, Colorado. Got a big winter storm coming in, so once we hit the mountains, we're gonna have some slippery conditions. So,
Western Kansas and eastern Colorado don't provide many great views unless you like wide open scenery. Matt and I were excited for the snowy mountains that were just a few miles ahead. After 2 12-hour days on the road, we made it to Craig. We got a good night's sleep, then found a local diner to fill up before we headed to the range. While glassing the range, Matt found a plate target at 933 yards. I fired off a few rounds at 400 while Matt did some figuring with his scope. He was confident he was set up to make the shot.
you hit it.
Holy shit, I did.
It's swinging.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, look here.
It's not, what did we say it is?
933.
933.
Look here. Look through my scope. All right, and then I'm gonna show you what I held on it.
Tomorrow morning, we would start to hunt. Negative temps and a 40-minute drive gave us time to think about the day ahead. The rancher knew where we needed to go.
The snow's fairly deep and we're kind of huffing it here a little bit. We got about another mile ahead of us. So.
Once we crested the ridge, we found the herd of elk. They were across the bowl, feeding on the next hillside. Although not spooked, they wouldn't be there for long. It was time to set up and make the shot. Mark called out 459 yards.
Oh my gosh, I killed my first elk. It took a few shots, no camera. We started out, Matt and Heath and I coming up this ridge. And we found a herd that had popped over and we were trying to creep up on them and we found them. Matt got a little winded, so he decided that he should probably go back around instead of holding us up. And so Matt, thank you, because that's, selfless, man.
As I sit and looked across the ravine at the first elk I had ever killed, time slowed and I enjoyed the beautiful landscape. The The snow, looking like crystals falling from the sky, left me in awe. Pastures covered in their winter blankets were months away from returning as food for the grazing animals. And the ice-covered sage glistened from the early morning sun poking through the clouds. 2 mule deer started through the powdery fluff, pushing away a stalking coyote above them on the trail.
The country is just beautiful out here. It's beautiful. It is snowing. It was -3 this morning, and it's still cold, but I'm not cold at all.
The time had come to pack my things and trek the hillside. A straight line would be 450 yards. My hike would be further. The longer distance is savored. I had plenty of meat waiting at the end.
I've got eyes on my first cow elk. She's right here below me. I'm gonna walk up here, and she looks like a good, and I cannot wait to get into her and see what kind of meat we've got. This is just unbelievable out here. So blessed, so blessed. She is a horse. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, it looks like 2 good shots right behind the shoulder. Oh man, what a hunt. What a hunt.
As quickly as the hunt started, it was over. Matt had one more tag to fill. There were elk in the area, but Mother Nature was done providing. The winds blew in, along with more snow. Trails we had trekked to haul out our elk from the previous day were blown over. Despite us not wanting to give in, we had to. All we could do with what we had was enjoy the landscape and watch the beautiful animals that call it home.
Well, it is day 3, and we are packed up and headed home. Day 1, out of 5 of us, we got 6 elk on the ground. We got 3 elk in here headed to Ohio, super happy. Big thanks to our buddy Trent Swanson, loved hunting with him, and his brother-in-law Heath, and our buddy Joe Cavallero.
She is huge.
We couldn't be more lucky. Mission's been accomplished. We came here to fill the freezers, and that's what we're getting ready to do. So we're gonna head home, and then we got a day or two of processing ahead of us.